I'm Corey Ruben, and I'm an attorney with the Ruben Law Firm. In this video, I'm going to talk about what happens to your driver's license when you're arrested for a DUI or DWI in the state of Maryland. At Ruben Law Firm, we have a lot of clients who have been arrested and charged with driving while under the influence or driving while impaired by alcohol. And one of their initial concerns is that they received paperwork that states that they have a temporary driver's license. Their driver's license was taken from them, and that within 45 days their driver's license is going to be suspended. Now, the reason for this is because in Maryland there's an implied consent law that states that when you sign up to get your driver's license, you're agreeing that when you get pulled over by a police officer and they have reasonable grounds that you are driving drunk, they can ask that you submit to a breathalyzer test. And the law states that if you either refuse that test or if you do take the test and you blow above a certain blood alcohol concentration, your license will be suspended or in some way sanctioned. Now, when you get that piece of paper that your driver's license will be suspended within 45 days, you have three options. Either one, you can wait the 45 days and your license will be suspended for either 180 or 270 days, depending on the facts of the breathalyzer test in your case and what your results were, or if you refused. Or, number two, you can do the ignition interlock program. What the ignition interlock program is, you install an ignition interlock, or what's referred to as a blow and go, in your car, and for a period of time you must have that in order to drive, and your license will state that you have that restriction. The third option, which I'm going to discuss mostly in this video, is requesting an MVA hearing. The law states that when the MVA wants to suspend your license, you have the right to be heard. You have the right to present any defense, and that is the reason why you have the right to request a hearing. It's a hearing before a judge, but it's an informal hearing. It's not what you would picture. You don't go to a courthouse. In fact, right now in August of 2022, these hearings are being held remotely. You can actually do the hearing from your own home and on the computer. Now, at this hearing, you can present a defense and say, hey, my license shouldn't be suspended. The officer didn't have reasonable grounds that I was drinking and driving. Or you could argue potentially that the officer didn't read you the rights he was supposed to read you. At Ruben Law Firm, we can go over the facts of your case and see if you have any defense. But what I want to talk about more importantly is even if you request an MVA hearing and the officer is able to prove that they had reasonable grounds through the paperwork that he submitted, you still may be able to seek some relief. At the MVA hearing, if you submitted to a breathalyzer test and you blew between a 0.08 and a 0.14, you can request, instead of having your license suspended, you can ask that the judge give you a restricted license so that you can drive to and from some of the important places in your life that you need your license to get to. What these include are if you need your license to drive to and from work, or if you need your license to drive to and from the pharmacy to pick up drugs, or you have periodic healthcare appointments that you need to get to, or if you need to drive to and from school, or lastly, if you need to drive to and from an alcohol treatment program. If you blew between a 0.08 and a 0.14, and you provide proof that you need your license for these reasons, the judge may grant you potentially a restricted license instead of completely suspending your license. Now, if you blew a 0.15 or more, or if you refused your driver's license, you cannot seek this relief, and you either have to get the ignition interlock installed in your vehicle or you're going to have a license suspension. At Ruben Law Firm, we can go over the facts of your case, go over the facts of your traffic stop, see if you have any defenses, or see if there's any relief that you could seek by requesting an MVA hearing. We can also represent you at that MVA hearing. If you have any questions at all, give us a call and we'd be happy to help. Thank you.